A 1970 Fender Mustang. Wow. Hey, what is up, Southpaw? We are back and we have got something a little bit special for you. And yes, of course, because I know you haven't heard it in a while, it is available left-handed. I'm going to go through a quick history of the Fender Mustang. If you want a deep dive into the history of the Fender Mustang, I always highly recommend 5 Watt World. I have learned so much about guitars because of that YouTube channel, so be sure and check them out. That is 5 Watt World. And once we're done with a little bit of the history of the Fender Mustang, our good friend David is going to come back and demo a few tones. In 1956, Fender introduced a student line of guitars. The idea being, if a student started on a Fender guitar, they would eventually upgrade to a Telecaster or a Stratocaster at some time down the road. In 1956, the first 2 student models were the Music Master and the Duo Sonic. These guitars were short-scale guitars at 22.5 inches. So when did the Fender Mustang get introduced? Let's fast forward all the way to 1964, and keep in mind, Fender is located in California, and the car culture in California is quite strong. At that time, Ford was developing its racing team, and in 1964, they introduced the Ford Mustang. And in that same year, Fender introduced its Mustang. By 1964, Fender offered 2 different scale lengths for student guitars, 22.5 or 24-inch scale lengths. Due to the scale length, many people found the guitars much easier to play. The Fender Mustang also features the dynamic vibrato, which looks very similar to the vibrato that is on the Jazzmaster, but it's a different beast altogether. Each pickup on the Fender Mustang offers a 3-way slider switch, which gives you a multitude of tones to choose from. The original run of the Fender Mustang was discontinued in 1982, but its legacy lived on in reissue guitars. In 2012, Fender released the Kurt Cobain signature Mustang, which obviously had to come in left-handed. Side note, if you want to hear some tasty guitar playing and you want to see somebody wielding an original Fender Mustang, check out Eric Hagen's channel. Man, not only will you hear some tasty playing, he'll teach you as well. He's a graduate of Berkeley, and I'm a big fan of that channel. Once again, it's time for the incomplete list of Fender Mustang players. We've already mentioned Kurt Cobain, Adrian Belew, Liz Phair, Belinda Butcher, John Frusciante, Thurston Moore of Sonic Youth, Ben Gibbard of Death Cab for Cutie, and Mac DeMarco. Well, it's time to check out this 1970 Fender Mustang, left-handed, played by our good friend David. Check it out. you.